Hey YouTube, it's Jen. No Brad tonight. He's in Chicago for work, so it's just me. Um, I started this journey at 262 pounds. I am 5 feet 4 inches tall. Last week I had the ridiculous fake gain of 6.8 pounds. Um, I'm sorry, I was 187.8 last week. This week I'm 183.8 for a 4 pound loss. So, as I told you last week, I was on all those meds from going to the hospital, and so that made me have the fake 6.8 pound gain. By Saturday, this past Saturday, I was back down to 181 again. But it's lady time, and so now I'm back to 183.8. So, I guess since when I came to you last time, I told you about the body fat testing and how I had lost 5 pounds of fat and gained 8 pounds of muscle over the past 6 months. And I guess I'm just a little frustrated because I guess I had thought that I would be losing fat and gaining muscle, when in reality I'm just gaining muscle, which, and you'd be like, oh, that means that everything, your body's tightening. But I'm not seeing that. Like, my body isn't getting any smaller. And the number is now 180s instead of 170s. And I know that it makes me, 180s is so much closer to 200 than 170s are. So it makes me very worried. And, this extra weightlifting that I'm doing 4 times a week, it just makes me hungry. And when you try to, as a weight loss surgery patient, you try to be on 1,200 calories a day and, high protein. And then my trainer's like, well, no, you have to have a gram of protein for every pound. So I need to have 180 grams of protein a day. Now, to get 180 grams of protein a day, I'm easily having to hit 1,800 calories, which means that I'll be meeting the protein requirements for him, but I'm not going to be losing any weight. So I'll be able to build muscle but not lose weight. And I want to both lose weight and build muscle. I want to see, I'm weightlifting for the same reasons that I did weight loss surgery. I want to look better. So many people did weight loss surgery because they wanted to be healthy. I was fat, but I didn't have the problems yet. And so I did weight loss surgery because I hated how I looked. I wanted to be thinner. I wanted to be able to wear regular people clothes, and I just hated how I looked. And so, that first year I lost about 85 pounds, but after that, for the past 3 years, because it'll be 4 years in December, for the past 3 years I've hovered, well, actually, until 6 months ago, I hovered in the 170s. That's just where I lived. And then I was like, okay, well, obviously I need to change something. So I'm like, okay, I'll do weightlifting. And I thought that was going to be the key to switch on losing more fat and at the same time build muscle. And I thought that, and I was doing it to physically see a difference in my appearance. And while I know the weightlifting's working, I can lift things I could never dream of lifting before, but that's not really a goal in my life, to be able to lift heavy things. Like, I don't need to do that. I was doing this to change the way my body looks. And I'm just frustrated because my body looks exactly the same. And I'm, kickboxing 5 days a week, weightlifting 4 days a week. Yes, that means I'm doing doubles. And it's just, I'm tired. And I'm hungry all the time, and I'm not losing weight. And maybe it's just because it's lady time right now and I'm just cranky. But I'm cranky. I'm cranky because I feel like this is the best it's going to be. I'm not going to get any lower. I'm 183.8. But I seem to hover between 181 and 183. And I can't get out of a size 14, and not all size 14s fit me. So I'm frustrated. 14 is the highest non-plus size in a regular department store, and I wanted to be, wanted to be at least a 12, so that way even in some stores, if I had to be a 14, I'd be able to shop in all stores. Being a 14 sometimes is not what I was looking for, and I just want to be thinner. I feel like I work out like a crazy woman, and I just want to be thinner. So, obviously, the answer is you have to change everything, not just how much you work out, but exactly what you put in your mouth. And with all this weightlifting, I can't get by with the 1,200 calories of garbage that I was putting into my mouth, because my body's just exhausted. It needs real fuel, so I got to change up the food. And so that's my goal, is that Brad will help me. I'm a terrible, terrible cook. I have set fire while trying to boil noodles pre-lap band. I don't boil spaghetti anymore. But I'm a terrible, terrible cook, so I need him to help me. And we were talking about making some crock pot recipes to do like a Sunday night crock pot thing, so that way we could just have food during the week. Because I'm one of those people that can eat the same thing every day. It doesn't bother me at all. So, I'm sorry this is like a depressing, or Jen feeling sorry for herself video, but that's just where I'm at. You know, it'll be 4 years in December, and I'm where I was 3 years ago still, you know, and it's just frustrating. I wanted to keep going. I wanted to lose more, and I know the answer is right in front of me. You got to change up what you're eating. And I'm just the pickiest eater in the world. So this is going to be really difficult for me. Anyways, 7 minutes. If you watched all this, sorry for the Jen feeling sorry for herself show. But we'll see you next week. Hope you all are big losers. Kick some fat's asses, and I love your faces. And we can do this together, can't we? So see you next week, YouTube. Bye.